was because of a Home Office campaign called Enough. They'd seen the rates of abuse of women and girls spike post-pandemic. It was so prevalent, they actually named that era the shadow pandemic.
Hi all, it's Silesh from AsianCultureVulture.com. It's the Cannes Film Festival, edition 78. I'm with the amazing Sukki Menon. Sukki, welcome to AsianCultureVulture.com. How are you?
Thank you. Yes, I'm so well. Thank you for...
Of course, we've met several times over the years. I remember that first piece I did on you long way back.
Wow.
And when you were a performing artist and now you're a film producer. Take us through that journey in a nutshell.
In a very small nutshell, because
yes,
I talk far too much. Yeah, I suppose I never had training in the arts. My parents were very, very strict, and so I ended up on in front of the camera with a Netflix show, accidentally, some might say, through being a performing artist and breaking barriers within that field. And I suppose it was something that was important at the time, but I knew that I wanted to be involved in film and television in the end, but I didn't know how to get in there. So that was the first foray into that. And I suppose now, being on the other side of the camera post-pandemic and just really sitting into who I was supposed to become had I not had such a strict upbringing is where we find ourselves today. So yeah, just really fortunate, and for it to go full circle, for us to have met 10 years ago when I was on my way up on that side.
Well, it's an incredible journey. You're one of the most inspiring people I think I've met in my time with AsianCultureVulture.com.
Gosh, thank you.
Following your journey from a distance, obviously. But tell us about the film, the title, and what's happening with it.
Yeah, so almost 2 years ago, I embarked on my first film, and really it was because of a Home Office campaign called Enough. They'd seen the rates of abuse of women and girls spike post-pandemic. It was so prevalent, they actually named that era the shadow pandemic. And they asked me to promote and be a part of the campaign, and I counter-pitched to the Home Office, and I said, I won't be in content, but I will direct content, and that was how I ended up doing that, and working with a charity, a grassroots charity called the Sharan Project, which is the British NGO. We embarked on creating this film, which is a short film. It's only 7 minutes long, but it is a PSA. It is really to help reduce the rates of abuse within women and girls. And I think because of that message, we just ended up with the most unbelievable team. You've got Dirty Robber, who won the Oscar for Two Distant Strangers. You've got Kaylee Bateman from The Colour Suite, who did Baz Luhrmann's Elvis, and obviously they won the Oscar for that. And then the sound was Unbridled Sound, and that was the sound grade for Everything Ever All at Once, which is also Oscar winning. So it's just been the most unbelievable 2 years, and I'm still pinching myself, and that's obviously brought us now to Cannes 2 years later. On the day, today is the day the film is finally released to the public, so it's a very, very exciting day.
Okay, so it'll be out today?
When you see this, it will be out.
And where will people be able to watch it?
It will be available online via our website, www.iseeherthefilm.com. There is a link to voluntarily donate to the charity. The meaning of the film is not to be necessarily this massive commercial endeavour. It really is a PSA. It's a fundraising effort. So anyone who wants to see the film, I would implore you to please donate to watch the film, and hopefully it can make a massive impact, we hope.
So what brings you to Cannes this year?
Yes, so I'm very, very fortunate to have won an award as part of Creative Women, Women in Film for...
Yes, you were on a panel.
I was just on a panel. I was just speaking on a panel. I've run from the panel to be with you. So yes, just phenomenally grateful for representation and diversity on screen and making a difference.
And now you're based in LA, is that right?
I'm based between Los Angeles and London, yeah.
Right.
I'm Bi-Coastal, production company that we are now making our next film is based in Los Angeles.
Tell us about that, yeah, it's amazing.
Exciting, it's my first feature-length film.
Right.
And it's social cause but it's a comedy drama, so light-hearted.
Does it have a title?
It does have a title. I'm not going to say.
You can't
I'm not going to
say.
say. But it will hopefully be announced soon. And I feel so grateful to be able to speak to some amazing people and have some incredible pearls of wisdom and bits of advice going forward. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to share that with you very soon.
So what would you say to I know there will be some people watching this who will think, who will know where you kind of started out and now where you are, look at this setting, and they may be feeling very isolated and don't have those kind of connections, and they're thinking, how can I be like Sukki, or how can I have the impact Sukki made? And you must have started out in that place once upon a time.
I started from absolutely nothing. I started from nowhere, and I felt oftentimes like, when the hell am I going to feel like I've actually made it inside? And when I started working on this movie, I think the biggest reality check, slap across the face with a wet fish would be, you have to know the rules to break the rules, but please learn the craft. Learn filmmaking if that's what you want to do. Learn acting if that's what you want to do. Put the time in. Don't invest in the glitz and glamour and not invest in the craft. Is the biggest piece of advice. And then if you combine that with enthusiasm and personality and joy, I think you'll have problems. We all have problems, but it'll be a lot easier.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I think
Thank
that was a
you.
great note.
Thank you for helping me, and thank you for your
Thank you,
support.
Sukki. Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you.